Pedro, good evening. During the 90-minute speech, former President Trump covered a lot of ground, calling his former political ally, Senator Mitch McConnell, a political hack, taking jabs at about a dozen others he sees as adversaries, and absolving himself of responsibility for the events of January 6th.
Would anybody like me to run for president?
Friday afternoon, former President Trump made his first public response to the January 6th committee hearings, addressing evangelical groups in Nashville's Road to Majority conference.
Very vicious people, just like crazy Liz Cheney removed the part of my quote where I urged people to peacefully and patriotically make their voices heard.
He blasted various lawmakers and witnesses, including his former attorney general, who testified that Trump had become detached from reality.
Bill Barr, if he had courage, he would have done something about it. I suggested it. But he was so afraid of being impeached, he didn't want to do anything. How do you not get impeached? Don't do anything.
And contrary to White House staffer testimony that Trump called his Vice President Mike Pence names during a heated January 6th call,
either he called him a wimp.
Trump denied that.
But I never called Mike Pence a wimp. I never called him a wimp. Mike Pence had a chance to be great. He had a chance to be, frankly, historic. But Mike did not have the courage to act.
We're going to drag through the streets.
The former president also minimized the Capitol riots, saying that rioters didn't have guns. He called for Republicans to subpoena January 6th committee Vice Chair Liz Cheney and Speaker Pelosi.
But as you know, Nancy Pelosi is in charge of security of the Capitol, along with the mayor of Washington, D.C., and they turned it down. They didn't want it.
Trump said he would potentially pardon the rioters.
And if I become president someday, if I decide to do it, I will be looking at them very, very seriously for pardons.
The next hearing on Tuesday, the focus on how Trump and his allies pressured officials in key states to overturn the 2020 election.
I just want to find 11,780 votes.
Georgia Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger and his deputy, who were asked to find votes during that infamous call, are expected to testify. And Vice President Kamala Harris speaking out today about all this. We'll share her comments coming up in the next hour at 6 o'clock. I'll send it back to you.